So yeah, unfortunately, I haven't seen much of you playing. I've been very busy lately, so I believe with the first game now, I'll get a decent idea on what we should improve and how to improve it.
Got it. Right off the bat, too, do you have any like advice for like using control groups? Because right now I'm like a player that I just never really use any control groups, and I know that's bad. What I would do is usually just like go to hotkeys and just hotkey everything, right? Like I would like for scout, I have it like a mouse button, or like for find infantry or find barracks, I'll do like shift B or something. But I know like really top level guys, they mostly like to use control groups. I'm just super uncomfortable with that. Do you think it's like a must change? I need to change to that, or it's like not really that important? What are your thoughts on that?
That's one way to go.
Okay.
Do you play Anatolia? If you don't, that's okay.
I'm gonna back out. I played a little bit. I'm played a little bit, but
yeah, that's one of the things I remember about you. Long ago, I don't know how many years ago, but I would randomly open an extended edition stream of yours, and I would see you dodging every Anatolia map. So that's why I asked.
Well, I will say, I played a lot more water. I think water in this game is a lot more fun. I just didn't like water in EE. But like to me, like the game is already so overwhelming when trying to learn so many different gods. And I think just adding water on top of it when I'm not even that good at land yet, I think it's just it's kind of tough, especially when I'm not like in a tournament yet where I need to know like how to play on like water maps. So I feel like I need to get land down and then I'll get water down.
Yeah, that makes sense. And lucky for you that if you play in tournaments, you have the option of banning water maps. So that's a good feature for you.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did too when I played my tournament games.
Makes sense. Make sure to again share screen because
oh yeah, sorry.
I can't see. Yeah.
Did you play E at all, or you mostly played Voobly, right?
I mostly played Voobly.
Got it. Yeah, that's where most of the good players were.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind that much extended edition, but it's like I couldn't find like I wanted to play against Matreus, for example. All players like Magic sometimes or Skadi or was hard to get them on extended edition. So I mostly played Voobly just because. Yeah, you know.
Right now, everyone's abusing Gaia, man. The ladder, it's filled with Gaia.
I know, man. But I think they shouldn't do that. Because if a god is OP, guess what's gonna happen in the next patch?
Yeah, exactly. I just think to me, like right now with Gaia, it's like from the beginning, literally like the first week of Age of Mythology, I always recommended to new players who are just coming into RTS and wanting to try Age of Mythology, I would always recommend Gaia. Because I feel like it's a civ where you can just sit in your base, you get your eco ups, you have less villas to manage. It's just an easier civ to play. And so like you can even play decently even when you're when you're pretty poor RTS. But
for sure. I mean, having to manage half of the economy that your opponent has to macro, like
exactly, yeah.
And on top of that, with Gaia, you mainly focus at your base, while while your opponent has to like focus on multiple places at once. While Gaia is, like you said, just getting economy upgrades.
Which god do you think I should play first?
So, water in whole, you would either go for a Norse god or for a defensive Greek god.
Okay, let's try Hades then.
Okay.
Let's try to play standard. I mean, standard Hades. I usually do like you already know probably about the strategy I've been doing, but I'm gonna try standard this game, maybe. So like Athena instead of going Ares.
You love Ares, don't you?
Yeah, I do love Ares. I think it's good.
Okay.
Λέγε τέκτον. Ορφάνι, Ισμάχιν. Πρόσεχε.
Ναι, βούλομαι. Μεταλλεύς.
Έτσι, μεταλλεύς.
Plans to get a fast vaults of Erebus, I'm assuming.
Exactly, yep.
Oh, great. And behind that also a second town center, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Sometimes I stay 1 TC depending on the matchup. Like against Odin, I don't really like to go 2 TC or other really aggressive Norse gods.
it's different. Against aggressive Norse gods, you can drop a village centers, one village center, either on berries or on chickens. But against Poseidon, I believe you can get a town center on water and coal. The rest of the maps is pretty hard to get one.
Okay.
Anyways, you will manage. Let's see.
Πρόσταγμα, βούλεστο, τέκτον.
Έτοιμοι.
Λέει ορθός. Έτοιμο. Παν, βούλομαι. Ορφάνη, βούλομαι. Εις μάχην.
Λέγε.
Πράνη, ορθός. Λέγε, βούλομαι. Καλός. Ορφάνη, ορθός. Παν, βούλομαι. Εις μάχην. Ορφάνη, καλός. Ορθβούλομαι. Παν, ορφάνη. Πόρο. Ναι, ταπεινός.
Προσδρυτόμος. Λέγε.
Ορθός. Λέγε. Προσταν, βούλομαι. Ορθός. Εις μάχην. Καλός. Παν, ορφάνη. Βούλομαι. Προσέστο. Ετβρυτόμος. Ορθβούλομαι. Πόρο. Ορφάνη. Βούλομαι.
Sometimes I always struggle with these damn deer.
It's okay. So, are you training villagers on food now? Yes.
Yeah.
Έτοιμοι. Πρόσεχε.
So the idea is I go really quick vaults and then I take off everyone off favor.
Okay. Sounds good.
Πρόσταγμα, μάλιστα. Λέει έστω, θρητόμος.
So
One can stay, right? Because you might need to
yeah.
get Achilles.
Ταπεινός. Έτσι, πρόσταγμα, ναι. Θηρευτής.
Βούλομαι.
Εισβολή. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Ορθός.
A house, John.
Έτοιμοι. Τέκτον.
Nice.
Βρυτόμος.
in this build you have to like wait till the last second because you don't even have enough wood, but should be fine.
Πρόσταγμα. Βρυτόμος.
okay.
Έτοιμοι.
I prefer if you use the scout for your sides now. We wanna find the back town center.
Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Έτοιμος. Ορθβούλομαι.
And you don't like using sentinels right away, right? You like prefer wait and use it on your second TC probably, right?
Let's just wait. If we suddenly see a centaur harassing the woodlands, yes, we use it.
Okay. I should have advanced on that villager.
Έστω.
It's fine. I'll go Athena this game.
Yeah. Alright. So switch villagers from food, have only 4 on food total. Rest should be wood and gold. Alright. You can use now your sentinels if you want, because that's gonna be a very early center. So that's the thing. If he tries to go aggressive, we don't care. We just build a village center.
Okay.
Send your scout over his base. We wanna see if he's building Hipeus.
Okay. My hero out.
Yeah.
Bro, really?
Might have to delete. That'd be
Πρόσταγμα.
a villager down. But we have also Ferebus, so we're +2 villagers. Alright.
Έστω.
Okay, you defend it.
Εσβάκορο. Έτοιμος. Ναι.
So we get an Achilles out.
This is a really good
and,
town center, I think, to grab actually, if I can. You think it's worth it?
It is, but we first need to see if he's building Hipeus, because if he has units out, he can stop it.
Okay.
Βούλον. Έστω.
So build a house.
He's building it now, Shai. Shai.
I prefer if you build that on your like berries, yes, or chickens.
Ναι. Πανί.
Send that hero there, and of course build a house.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έστω.
Λέγε. Τέκτον. Μάλιστα.
Train villagers on food, by the way.
Έτοιμοι. Ναι, μάλιστα. Βρυτόμος. Ναι, βουφορβός.
Interesting. I actually didn't know that. Like, I've been seeing this a lot. Top level players building a lot of villager centers. That's interesting.
They can work.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they seem that bad. It's only 25% slower, and they're extremely safe.
Προσδρυτόμος.
Yes,
Like, I've
on top of that,
sentinels.
Yes. On top of that, you don't have to walk all the way to a settlement, so
Μάλιστα.
it can be sometimes be as efficient. So yes, we wanna have at least 12 villagers on food right now to sustain villager production out of 2 town centers
Ναι.
Okay.
and get Achilles out.
What should I make archers? You think here, or I'll probably make
No.
hops, right?
He has stables, so double stable. The way to react is 1 military barracks and few hoplites.
Πανί.
Make sure to get your Achilles out. Nice.
Ναι. Πανί.
And when it comes to age ups, you will only age up from your village center.
Okay.
We don't wanna idle the good town center. If
Yeah,
it makes sense.
that makes sense. Now I get that.
Μάλιστα.
Λέγε
Get like 2
βούλομαι.
houses. Are gonna be helpful.
Τέκτον.
Μάλιστα. Καλώς.
And upgrade your towers. If he attacks, you can garrison.
Έτοιμη. Προς ναι. Βούλομαι. Έστω.
Alright. Minotaur is more than enough to counter those hippos.
Μάλιστα.
So make sure you stay in your base and just build hoplites.
Ναι.
Προβού. Ναι. Μάλιστα. Ναι.
Ναι.
Έστω. Βούλο. Έστω. Πανί. Μάλιστα. Λέγε.
This is a good fight.
Μάλιστα.
Alright.
Ναι.
Προς βουφορβός.
She's gonna lose plenty of hippos. Nice job, John. 3 dead hippos.
Πρόσταγμα.
That's more than 300 resources. Alright. Upgrade your husbandry. Nice. And slowly, alright, center down as well. Slowly start getting some walls. You wanna wall off your base. So while building hoplites, you will be walling off your base. Yes. And houses. Alright. I like it.
Μάλιστα. Ναι.
Should I start putting farms down, or you think that's a waste?
Ναι.
Yes. Just a few farms.
Λέγε.
Nice save. Once you have enough hoplites, you can move on to rhinoceros.
Μάλιστα. Ναι. Τέκτον.
So,
Ναι.
Is Carnation's even worth it as an upgrade? I feel like it doesn't do much.
I don't think so. Instead, try to get the hand.
Ναι.
Alright, so build just 1 Pegasus to see if he's going for a town center.
Πρόσταγμα.
And move on with like 10 villagers on your rhinoceros. And send your hoplites over there. You wanna build more walls. The more walls you build, the less useful his hippos are. Alright, there we go.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα. Προς
Houses,
βούλομαι.
John, houses.
Μα ναι.
Έτοιμη. Ναι. Ναι. Βουνέ. Μα ναι. Θηρευτής.
Πανί. Ναι. Πανί.
Πρόσεχ. Βούλομαι.
No, split your army. He's attacking your rhinoceros. Reinforcements can defend your main base. Your main army should be defending the... Yeah, okay, that works. Alright, that works.
Προμάλιστα.
Garrison builds. Nice.
Έτοιμη.
Build 1 more barracks and keep up with the hoplite production.
Προβούλομαι. Λέγε. Τέκτον.
Ορθός.
Βούλο.
Ορθός.
Προς δρυτόμος. Δρυτό με μεταλλές.
Βούλομαι.
Πανί.
Ταπεινός. Μάλιστα. Τέκτον.
Ορφάνη.
Βούλο.
He's about to hit you in the... Yeah, on your good line.
Βούλομαι.
Thankfully there is a tower there. Try to split your army because he's trying to hit you from 2 sides at the same time. Right, more farms.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
And try keep building walls. That's the most important thing. If you can wall off the left side so he cannot attack your rhinoceros, that would also be amazing.
Έστω.
Here. Alright.
Προβούλο. Ναι, μάλιστα. Έτοιμη. Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον. Λέγε. Ναι, μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος.
Προβού. Μάλιστα. Ταπεινός.
Alright, idle villagers.
Πρόσταγμα.
Let's put them back to work. More on wood so we can afford more farms.
Εισβολή.
Προς δρυτόμος. Τέκτον.
And now you need to build an armory. Let's slowly go to heroic age.
Βούλο.
We're very close.
Βούλομαι. Έστω.
Έστεκτον.
Πρόσταγμα.
Also, put one villager on favor
Μεταλλεύς. Βούλο ταπεινός.
to afford the hoplite upgrades like Sarissa. Don't build any other units, you don't need other units. Save up for heroic age.
Ναι. Ναι, μάλιστα. Θρητό.
Alright.
Βούλομαι. Θρητό.
Be careful. Okay, nice.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Γεωργός. Τέκτον. 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 Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Τέκτον.
Έτοιμοι.
Έτοιμοι.
Έτοιμος. Τέκτον.
Βούλομαι.
Μάλιστα. Ναι. Έστω.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι.
Age up to Aphrodite from the village center. Yes, that's it. Alright, great. Keep building hoplites and pre-queue Sarissa from your armory.
Βούλομαι. Τέκτον.
Very important tech for the
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι.
hoplites. Alright.
Τέκτον.
Βούλομαι.
Now that we finally built the walls and we're kinda chilling, use your Pegasus to see around his base to see if he's on 2 town centers or not. He might be on 3 town centers now. Just scout. Scout the entire map, that's what we need.
Ναι.
Alright,
Έστω.
get medium hoplites,
Μάλιστα.
few more houses.
Έτοιμοι.
Ah,
Έστω.
Oh, lucky him.
oh, I moved my hoplites at the worst time by accident.
Εισβολή.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι.
That's unlucky.
Βούλομαι.
Έργη, μάλιστα.
Λέει μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος. Ορθός.
Get few extra more houses and double archery range. Because the most logical army he's going to build is hypaspists at this point.
Uh-huh.
So you keep up with the hoplite production, just get double archery range and some houses.
You said archer range?
Yes, double archery range,
Μάλιστα.
but we don't build archers yet until we see hypaspists and houses, many houses.
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι.
Ορθός.
Τέκτον.
You can build farms with the idle villagers.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
Έστω. Ναι. Μπροστά, ναι, ναι, μάλιστα. Μάλιστα.
Alright, get all of your economy upgrades, all of them.
Βούλομαι.
Πρόστα.
Oh, we kinda forgot about that pickaxe. Oh, that's
Ναι,
okay.
μεταλλεύς.
So he's not on 2 town centers. With your Pegasus, before doing any move, check on his forward town center. If he's on 1 town center, the entire time we're very ahead.
Πανί.
Έτοιμοι. Ορθός.
Έστω.
This is what we need now. We need to secure a second gold mine. So gather just enough gold to build a fortress on your second gold mine.
Έτοιμος. Μάλιστα.
Check on the last town center with your Pegasus. The one, this one. Great.
Προφανή.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Alright, going very well so far.
Γεωργός. Τέκτον.
Πανί.
It's hard to get warmed up to like being coached. It's very different.
Πρόσταγμα.
Ναι,
Yeah.
έστω.
Save resources to get your fortress up.
Μάλιστα. Τέκτον.
Should I make a
Alright,
market?
He has been, yes, you can make a market. He has been on 1 town center the entire time, so you're very ahead right now. We just have to hold
Ναι. Προμάλιστα.
and cancel your archers. Instead, build a fortress on your second gold mine.
Okay.
Έστω.
Βούλομαι.
He might be going to the mythic age. We will see.
Τέκτον. Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
Ναι. Έστω. Ναι.
Λέγε. Ναι. Τέκτον.
Βούλομαι.
Just send a few hoplites if you want to defend that side. You don't have to send the entire army.
Λέγει. Ναι.
And remember, you have cash, so we can use in emergency.
Πρόσεχε.
Okay, keep getting your economy upgrades.
Ναι. Θρητόμος.
And because he might be going up through earthquake from your village center, upgrade masons. If it's yes, alright, nice.
Πρόσεχε. Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
Πάνι.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι.
Houses, John, more houses.
Πρόσταγμα.
Ναι. Μάλιστα. Ναι.
Τέκτον.
So stop the army production.
Έτοιμος.
We wanna get heavy infantry and then age up
Τέκτον.
to mythic.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον. Μεταλλεύς.
Λέγε. Προσβούλ. Γρητόμος.
Λέγε. Θρητόμος.
Put more villagers on gold, I would say.
Πανί. Μάλιστα.
Like these wood villagers. Okay. Okay, you have enough gold. Never mind. They were building the.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Rebuild your wall on the left side, the one he took down. Send just one villager to build that.
Ναι.
Yep.
Έστω. Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι. Τέκτον.
And keep that Pegasus in the middle of the map. We wanna see his army movements
Λέγε
with it.
βούλομαι.
Θρητό μεταλλεύς. Έστω.
Should I go mythic?
Μάλιστα.
Yes, let's go mid.
Θρητόμος.
From the village center, right?
Oh, yep.
Yes, and you age up through Hephaestus.
Έτοιμη, ναι.
Because Earthquake would only give him militia.
Τέκτον.
Τέκτον.
Alright.
Βούλομαι.
So we wanna slowly secure another gold mine. You have two Pegasus, right? Use one of them to scout all of your sides.
Θρητόμος.
There's plenty. You see the fog of war there.
Πρόσεχε, ναι.
Yeah.
Τέκτον.
Yeah. Get all economy upgrades and heavy infantry. Oh, there he is.
Προς έστω.
Okay. Nice.
Λέγε βούλομαι.
Μεταλλεύς.
Προς έστω. Έτσι βούλομαι.
So for extra population, you now wanna build your settlement, the one on the right.
Βούλομαι.
We have enough villages. We just need more population now. That's why we're grabbing it.
Χάνει, μάλιστα.
Okay. I think there is. Okay, we found another gold mine. Once you have enough gold, build another fortress on that new gold mine we just found.
Λέγες, ναι.
And oh, you have 0 on favor, John. Don't get upgrades. We're edging up through Hephaestus. Armory upgrades, cancel them.
Μάλιστα.
Have at least 8 on favor.
Χάνει,
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι, ταπεινός.
μάλιστα. Χάνει.
Yeah, only the line upgrades. So you wanna build 2 more armories now to get faster those upgrades.
Τέκτον.
Προς, ναι, τέκτον.
Ναι,
And from your temple, upgrade golden apples. From temple,
έστω.
yes, nice.
Βούλομαι.
Get Chiron out
Έτοιμο.
in case he has chimeras. Alright. Yes, let's get that. Alright.
Έστω.
Let's save just some wood to get another fortress on the new gold mine I talked about.
Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα, ναι. Μάλιστα.
Προς μάλιστα.
Πρόσεχε,
Alright. You
πρόσταγμα.
can train new hoplites to defend that location. Alright.
Λέγε έτοιμος.
Μα ναι.
Can I grab a third TC?
Yes, that's great.
Έτοιμο. Προς λέγε.
Oh, yeah,
Μάλιστα.
that's great. Make sure to get a fortress on the new gold mine I talked about. You will soon run out.
Βούλομαι. Μεταλλεύς.
So you can use curse if you want. His hippos.
Ορθός.
Alright. That was a mythic age curse, so it was pretty good.
Πρόσεχε.
Use your plentiful.
Ορθός.
And at last, and now, yes, Forge of Olympus. That's one of the worst earthquakes my eyes have ever seen.
Μάλιστα.
It's not gonna do anything.
Ναι. Τέκτον.
Alright.
Λέγε τέκτον.
Rebuild,
Προς,
just rebuild your lost buildings.
Τεκ,
Yeah, that's it.
τέκτον. Τέκτον. Ναι, βούλομαι. Θρητόμος.
Get carpenters and all of the economy upgrades. Yep, nice. Precure your champion infantry. Alright, great. And rebuild that wall so he doesn't attack again.
Χάνει.
Έτοιμο.
You can easily win that fight.
Βούλομαι. Χάνει. Καλώς.
Just make sure heroes are attacking his chimera and you're good to go.
Καλώς.
Alright, houses, John, more houses.
Τέκτον. Έστω. Τέκτον.
Alright, start grabbing your armory upgrades now. Forge of Olympus has been hit. Alright.
Θέλεις καλός.
Ναι, βούλω.
I would suggest you put villages extra on wood. We wanna build
Τέκτον.
like some extra buildings. You got that, yeah. You got that fortress, right? Yes, you did. Alright.
Πρόσεχε. Εκμεταλλεύς.
Λέει βούλομαι.
Μεταλλεύς.
Έτοιμο. Χάνει.
We wanna get like 1 or 2 Helepolis to push the middle.
Πρόσεχε.
You're very ahead. You
Μάλιστα.
just
Προς τα
you should
εισβολή.
just not throw and you win. Oh, kill that. Nice.
Πρόσεχε. Λέει καλώς.
Alright.
Μάλιστα.
So
say
spam
get
hoplites out. Spam hyperspists and hoplites because he has a hyperspist now. Alright.
Χάνει. Ναι.
And
Πρόστα.
you're our champion.
Yeah, I still have restoration too.
Yes.
Μάλιστα. Μάλιστα. Ναι. Χάνει.
Βούλομαι.
Alright, John.
Έτοιμο.
Grab your forward town center with few villages.
Έστω.
This one. For even more population.
Τέκτον.
Yeah, there we go.
Έτοιμος. Γεωργός.
Spam units forever and you're good to go.
Λέγε.
Colossus on the fortress.
Βούλομαι.
Λέγε πρόσταγμα. Εισβολή.
Έτοιμος.
Yeah, make sure Colossus is attacking his fortress and keep up the unit production. More hoplites.
Λέγε.
Okay, this looks great.
Πρόσταγμα.
Some Helepolis from your fortress, and you win. Alright.
Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα.
You got all of your armory
Ναι,
upgrades?
μεταλλεύς.
Nice, nice.
Της μάχης. Προσταλός. Λέγε εισβολή.
Πρόσταγμα.
Got all of your economy upgrades?
Της μάχης. Πρόσταγμα.
Nice, nice.
Βουφοργός.
Λέγε. Εσβούλ. Καλός. Εισβολές. Λέγουλο. Καλός. Λέγε. Χώρο. Της μάχης. Λέγε. Χώρο.
Alright. Just keep pressuring, you won the game.
Έτοιμη. Βρυτόμος.
Έτοιμος. Έστω.
Λέγε. Καλός. Βούλομαι. Χώρο. Της μάχης.
Έστω. Λέγε. Ετέκτον. Πρόσταγμα. Ετέκτον.
Ορθός.
Πρόσταγμα. Βρυτόμος. Λέγε.
Ετέκτον.
Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα. Έστω. Κουμάρι.
Ναι. Μα ναι. Βούλομαι. Μεταλλεύς.
He has no chance.
Say again?
He has no chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this upgrade, by the way? Boiling oil. Is it good in this game or is it still
Boiling
bad?
It's good when you're defending, when you're the defender. Yeah.
Γεωργός.
When somebody's trying to gold star you, grabbing that it's worth it, but he didn't really, he wasn't close at all to gold star you, so you didn't really need it.
I was wondering because I remember in the original game it was actually bad to get that upgrade because basically what it does is when a unit gets under your whatever building, it doesn't shoot arrows anymore at other stuff. I think it's still the same in this game, but now the boiling oil does like a lot more damage, so I think it's more worth it.
Probably, yeah.
Λέγε. Ετέκτον.
Could do resto again.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
Some
You
memes.
can do anything.
Εφορώ.
Της μάχης.
Εισβολή.
Έτοιμος. Λέγε.
Εσανή.
Λέγε.
Μάλιστα. Ναι. Τέκτον.
Προτέκτον.
Έτοιμος.
Προσεχέκτον. Προσταγμέκτον.
Πρόστεκτον.
Εσανή. Νανή.
Πρόσεχε. Βρυτόμος.
Προστάγμα.
Alright.
Έστω.
This guy's just
Εσβάκε.
stalling.
Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε. Λέγε. Ανή.
Alright, at least I could win the first game with you coaching. Cause I feel like when I get coached, sometimes I just I play so bad. It's just different. You have to kind of get warmed up.
No, you did well. You followed everything I said, so
Μάλιστα.
Εισβολή.
Εισβολή.
GG.
So I think the main thing too, I put it like as number 1 on my things to improve. It's just scouting, and I changed my. So I used to have a button for the scout, on my mouse, but then I switched it to make a control group like control group 1, just so I can start using control groups. Because as you can see, I don't know if you saw, like in that game, I'm just not using control groups. I think that's like really bad. I think at least. or it's just make hotkeys and it's the same. Like that's where I'm kind of confused.
Listen, if you're gonna start using control groups and some specific hotkeys,
Mm.
you have to be straightforward with it. Like plan what you're going to use and what you're gonna get used to, and don't change them. Force yourself to play with control groups, like it or not. You're gonna have an awful 2 or 3 days first, trying to get used to what you have set up. But then you will see yourself playing better, and in a week,
Λέγε.
you are
Πρόσταγμα.
100% used to the new hotkeys and setup you have, and you're just improving and seeing yourself playing better and having a better army control. Yeah.
Got it.
Other option is to focus mainly on your creativity and strategy, and be kind of like Soup. You know, Soup is a good player, but Soup is a very slow player. So Soup would most likely, for example, I know he's in the chat. That's why I'm saying this, because I know he's watching. Soup would usually, against a player his level, he would usually lose a raiding game, because he's not using control groups, in my opinion. But again, Soup is a great player and one of the most creative players we have.
Got it.
Ethimos.
So do you think control groups in the long run, like that's what I see, like all the top guys use control groups. So that makes sense.
Yeah. It's not mandatory to use control groups. It's something to make yourself slightly better. And another option you have is to use the select hotkeys. Like you have select all military barracks or select all archers, this type of hotkeys. But for me, I use around 7 to 8 control groups myself.
Jeez.
But I do it in a unique way because, okay, maybe I need to show you. I might. Let me. Yeah, I'm going to share screen to you. I want to explain you the way I use my hotkeys, so maybe I can give you an idea that might help you out.
Yeah, because I was talking also, you know, Lundberg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So big issue I've been doing too is I do select all military production. Like I have select all archers, I have select all like military barracks, like all that stuff. But I also use like select all production, which I think is a big mistake at times because then units from like way back here are then coming to join the fight, which is really bad compared to making like control groups, stuff like that.
Yeah. So all right, let me show you this.
Okay.
I'm gonna share my screen.
RAPL versus Soup right now, and you cast it.
I knew Soup was watching. That's why I said that. So
yeah, that was funny.
you might have to share this to stream as well, so they can watch. Are they watching?
Let me pull up. You're sharing this?
I'm sharing my screen. Do you see that on Discord?
I don't see it.
You don't see my live?
No. I can pull up.
You might have to turn off yours. Just stop sharing your screen to me.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I see.
Okay.
There we go.
You can see now. So the way I use my control groups, I'm gonna be very quick and straight with it. So one is my town center. So that's the. Oh my god, that's the TC.
That's fine. Yep.
2 is like my scout. So I'll put an S on that. Scout that later is my main army, the army I'm usually defending or building with Norse. But like my heroes later with Greeks or my elephants, like usually my main army, whatever civ I play. 3rd is my temple, so I'm gonna put a T right there. 4 is like my raiding groups, or when I have to switch into control groups, like let's say I'll put my heroes on 2 when I play Greeks. On 4, I'm going to have my archers, and on 5, I'm going to have my hoplites. So 4 and 5 are like micro raiding control groups for me. And then, this is my biggest secret, I have never revealed this, because it doesn't make sense to continue going the right way, because your arm should be positioned in a location like this, where you don't have to move it around the keyboard the entire time. So for me, jumping from this location to here would be inefficient in high-level games and in high APM games. And it's also not easy to control group micro with these keys over here, because, you know, as I said, you can't be jumping the entire game from this side to this side with your hand. So instead of playing with these control groups, I have set up my 6th, 7th, and 8th on F1, F2, and F3. So this way, my fingers are in this, my hand, the entire game stays in this location here. I never move it. And this way I can easily focus micro raid. So on F1, I have my barracks when I play Greek. F2, I have my archery ranges. F3, it's a Ballander control group that I would either put like my staples if I play 1-1-1, which is very rare, or I would put my fortresses so I can train siege units. Usually it's siege units. And on F4, another rare control group I use, I have my entire building production, so I can instantly change a waypoint if I have to at the late game. So again, you can easily set up your hotkeys in the settings. So I manually add all of my buildings in my control groups. So when I build a new barracks, I manually add it with Shift and F1 in my F1 group. Same way how you add buildings to 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Same way I use F1, F2, F3, F4. So yeah, I was saying, but for you, since you're probably not used to spamming clicks like that the entire time, like, you know, the high-level players, what you can do, something that is easier for you to do, is put your production by default on those F1, F2, F3 keys. Usually they're god powers. The default ones are god powers, but you can change them. You can unbind them and bind, for example, select all military barracks using F1. And this way, you will never have to add newly trained military barracks to your F1 key. So every time you just press F1, you select all of your military barracks. Same with archery ranges. You bind that on archery ranges. F3, all of your fortresses. Yeah, the reason I don't do this, it's the easy path. That's the easy path I just told you. But the reason I don't do this and I manually add every building I want on my F1, F2, F3 keys is because of the side buildings at the very late game. Because if I select all of my barracks and I have barracks in the other corner harassing my opponent's trade route, and if I select all of those barracks and train hoplites to a location, those hoplites in the corner will run all the way to my opponent's base and die.
Yeah.
So I prefer doing the manual the hard way, if it makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Same with the fortresses. Let's say you're side building an enemy town center and you're training Helepolis. If you have this select all fortresses by using F3, the one fortresses you have on the side will also be training Helepolis that will go all the way to your opponent's base and die to reinforcements or to Hippeus or something like that. But yes, something you can start with is what I just said. Set it up, so F1, F2, F3 are your military production buildings. And I think I've seen you probably have big hands, don't you?
Somewhat.
Yes. Okay, so I believe it should be easy for you to use the F1, F2,
Yeah, no,
F3
yeah,
keys.
yeah.
Should be easy for you.
Do you use any letters at all? Like, that's what I was wondering. Like, any letters at all, other than like for
Yes.
building?
Yes, I use all of these letters like these. Yes, these are all the letters I use.
And what do you use those for? Like for production, like making units?
Yes, making units, for training, for building, for building buildings, all the army commands or the villager commands like repairing, patrolling, all this kind of stuff. And for building, as I said, buildings and units, basically everything. So my hand is just located here in this circle I just showed, and I never really have to move it. My fingers do all of the job over there. Yeah, if it makes sense.
No, it does make sense.
Okay, yeah.
That's cool,
Okay,
man.
would you
Awesome.
like to? Yeah. So I just wanted to give you an idea how I do things.
Okay.
What I'm saying, you shouldn't do exactly what I'm
No,
doing.
no, yeah, I
or
get that.
you might not even have to do what I'm doing. I'm just giving you an example. You should use the hotkeys you feel the best with, and just focus on that. Trying to minimize the hotkeys in a way that you don't have to move your hand too much on top of the keyboard. That's the most important thing.
No, that makes sense. Thank you, man.
All right.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Just run another game.
Share screen again. Yeah. Let's go for another game.
Yeah, that was really helpful. I think a lot of people probably learned in chat too. And the ideally, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
From the control group.
Everything.
Theory,
Everything. But that specifically the hotkeys you just did too. But I think, and what you just said too at the end is very important. That you still want to do. Magic talked about this as well. You still want to do kind of what you're most comfortable with, right? You don't want to just copy someone else exactly. You're not going to be able to do it because it's just what you're most comfortable with, right? But it gives kind of an idea, and you might take like bits and pieces from each person, and then kind of apply it to yourself and what's best for you. I think that's the best way to do it, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want coaching from RETOLD, just do command RETOLD coaching, and then that's his Discord. You can join that. And then if you're cool with the RETOLD, I might post like a video of this like kind of broken up on YouTube if that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I just shot you up. Yeah.